What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode at the gym. My name is Erica Keyel, and we're here today for a pick a card on what is your life's calling? What is your purpose? Where are you best at? Where you will be most helpful to the collective? Hopefully, I'm able to give you some insight on that today. Of course, that is a very lengthy process. I mean, you really have to get to know yourself outside of just this tarot reading, but my goal with this video is to hopefully help you guys get an idea or to guide you into the path of where you need to be. Okay, so we have three different decks that we'll be working with. We have Venus for deck number 1, we have Antimony for deck number 2, and we have Gold for deck number 3. Okay, so choose which image looks most captivating, I will say to you, which one your spirit is kind of calling out to, even if it isn't necessarily one that looks the best to you, but where do you feel guided at or to the most. Okay, so select that and I'll see you at your deck. Hello, deck number 1, you chose Venus. Okay, so of course Venus gives us the energy or the vibe for pleasure, touch even. Okay, this is where we are learning how to really appreciate the passion and the fire that life can bring, even the abundance, honestly, also with Venus. But it is just a very pleasurable kind of energy. What I would have to say automatically off of the top, deck number 1, is that I'm getting that some of you could be really good with your hands. You could also be a Gemini, which oddly enough, hands are a big thing for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, honestly. But yeah, I'm getting that you like to do things with your hands. You could be very creative is what I'm picking up on. Great use of like the color spectrum. I get that you even could be into really fascinated with like 3D visual art, or like the realistic art, maybe like the Wonder Spaces, those type of different art shows, abstract art really. But I'm also getting that you could be maybe a physical therapist or something along that line. Okay, so I'm picking up on really gentle energy for you, deck number 1. I'm getting that you guys are just very, very patient. Okay, so this is a service is what I'm picking up for you guys, that you are in the business of serving in whatever capacity that is. You could be a server, of course, but I'm getting that something along maybe the medical field, even like maybe a nurse. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, it's something that's going to be really financially beneficial for you, deck number 1. So it's something that's going to bring you a lot of pleasure here as we see the grapes. And so with the 9 of Pentacles, it's something that's going to provide you with a lot of freedom as well, a lot of options as far as where you want to live at, what type of setting do you want to work in. Okay, so it's something that's very much going to allow you the power to choose is what I'm getting for you. Okay, and then we have, wow, we have the 7 of Pentacles, okay, in reverse. So this isn't something that would necessarily require too much of your time in school. It could be something that it's going to hit you all of a sudden one day, what it is that you decide on. And I'm seeing that you're just going to go for it full force. But it's something that's going to allow you to be able to easily switch careers. If you're doing something different right now, watching this video, and you're wondering, what is my calling? What should I be doing? Okay. Whatever it is going to allow you to easily switch from what you're doing now to this new thing is what I'm picking up on for you. Okay. So let's see here. For deck number 1, let's see. So really, really beautiful. All right. And so we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So yeah, there is a lot of confusion surrounded around what your options are. For some reason, you're feeling really restricted if you chose this deck. There's this feeling as if you don't have many options or that your time is limited. Some of you may be older, up in age, and you're wondering if you have the energy or the stamina to go back to school or whatever this particular calling is for you. But I do get a lot of turmoil with that. But as I said before, that's something that you're just dealing with in your head here, deck number 1. You definitely can go back to school and do this thing. I mean, it's just there are a lot of doubts surrounded around it, whatever it is that you're choosing to do. But yes, as I said before, this will allow you to have a lot more options than what your current career does. So you will have the ability to be able to make better, more sound decisions for yourself with this job. So let's see what else we might be able to get here for you, deck number 1. So wow, I get that a lot of you could be a lot dealing with your hands is what I'm getting here. Okay, so it could really be something with sports even. What do we have for deck number 1? What is their calling, their passion? What would make them happy here? Wow. So let's see what we have for you. Oh gosh, it's a blank card, which is very strange because I thought I took all of them out. So what I'm picking up from this card is that you really are confused. It's almost like if you chose this deck, there are so many things that you can do that it kind of has you on pause right now. It has you drawing blanks is what I'm getting. Okay. And that's the thing about this. If you chose this deck is you're so talented. You have so many abilities that it's really hard for you to hone in on one specific career or one specific path for you because you have several options. Okay. Several options. So many that's kind of what makes you confused when you think about it, when you're trying to figure it out. Let's see, what does deck number 1? Yeah, I am getting that for you guys. Okay, let's see it. Let's try. Oh my, so we have slave. Surrender your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Wow. Wow, 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 deck number 1. That really just kind of, wow, that was really powerful. As we're talking about choices, as we're talking about the options that you do have, all of these things, Spirit is saying, trust me and put it in my hands and I will take care. I'll decide for you. Okay. So deck number 1, Spirit is really wanting you to go within. Okay. And allow for the energy, to help guide you. So Spirit is saying, let me guide you. Surrender your power of choice. Like you have so many choices for yourself, but Spirit is telling you that it knows better. It knows best what's for you. Very, very powerful. So there's a need for trusting in the divine. Amazing. Amazing. What do we have for deck number 1? Any advice for deck number 1 on this journey? Okay, we have anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. What is your discomfort trying to free you from? So yes, a lot of you, whatever it is that you're doing right now for business or for work, it's something that really is making you feel horrible. It is the catalyst to what is causing you to pursue what your heart really desires, okay? And it's because of this anxiety-ridden job that you're involved in right now. So Spirit is telling you that the anxiety is just letting you know that this situation is not for you anymore. That career, that choice, that business, whatever it is, no longer is serving you. So Spirit is saying, go ahead and allow me to show you yourself in the most beautiful way. And from there, you will be able to easily see your path. Okay. Wow. Beautiful message if you chose deck number 1. Okay. What else do we have for deck number 1 here? Really beautiful reading. Okay, Swan. So yeah, very, very beautiful. There's a need or a desire here. What I'm picking up on with the Swan is that you are very divine. You're very beautiful. You're very captivating physically, but most of all, you're very smart if you chose this deck. Very wise, okay? So when people see you, you remind them of this very calm, low-key energy, okay? So whenever you are engaged in this anxiety, in this different energy where you're worried, you're stressed out, you're unhappy, you're discontent, you're uncomfortable, you know, people start to not recognize you, or you start to appear a different way to the ones that you love, right? You may start to be really snappy, really short-tempered, okay? So these things, along with what's going on with your place of employment right now, are showing you that this isn't you, and that's not what Spirit has for you either. You know, you should be, as the Swan is, relaxed, calm, okay, you know, and just enjoying the scenery, the flow. They just ride the flow. That's what swans do, right? So this is an opportunity for Spirit to come in and to say, make sure that you are just, you're going with the flow, not trying to be over controlling or overbearing, but just relaxing, okay? I'm also noticing here where these two people, like, look at them, their arms are out, they're flowing. It's almost as if they're blowing in the wind, okay? So Spirit is trying to tell you that that's how light you should be. And the anxiety and the stress, that makes you a lot heavier. It burdens you down, okay? Some of you could be overeating whenever you're stressed out. So Spirit is saying, just rest assured that if you continue to stay tapped into me, then I will be able to guide you to what's best, okay? Very beautiful reading if you chose deck number 1. You guys, don't forget to subscribe. Let's blow up the channel, okay? My name is Erica Keyel again. Thank you so much. Hopefully this reading helped, and I'll catch you on my next video. On to deck number 2. Okay, deck number 2, you chose Antimony, okay? Very, very beautiful card, very dark, very mysterious, okay? Antimony is a metalloid that had the ability to eat away at the other metals, but for whatever reason, it was unable to eat away at gold, okay? So this kind of makes me feel a certain type of energy in the light of you being able to pick out the golds, the diamonds in the crowds, the ones who are, I'm thinking like music producer or scout or something along that line. You could even be an influencer, someone who is able to help really just gather around people and show them a different way of living, a different style of eating. Yeah, so I am getting that for you if you chose deck number 2. I see you being able to just really be in the shadows and to be a light during dark times is what I'm getting for you, deck number 2. You could be like a counselor. You could work inside of like maybe a prison or something along that line. So let's get some more information. Yeah, I do see you as someone who's able to find people in their dark times. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in reversed. Okay, yeah, I am getting that. 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm getting that you're able to somehow help people who have given up on hope, and they've lost their faith. I'm getting that you're able to somehow go help people when they're at their lowest. All right, so you could be a first responder. All right, the 8 of Pentacles. And yeah, this is something that you worked really hard to achieve. You spent a lot of years in school possibly, or this career will require several years in school. Okay, what is the Hierophant in reverse? Yeah, I am getting that, deck number 2, like you're a beacon of light. You could have the ability to mediumship. Maybe a therapist or a light worker is what I'm getting, okay? Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I am definitely getting that for you. If you chose deck number 2, I am getting that. You're some sort of a healer is what I'm getting, okay? You're someone who's able to help people work through the most difficult times in their life. When they don't have any hope, when they don't see any solution, okay? You're often the person that people call when they need help, when they're going through something. I could see you being someone who talks about their testimony or their story about how they got to where they are. Okay, you could have had a difficult childhood. All right, what do we have here for deck number 2? What is their calling? Deck number 2, let's see here. Yeah, I'm getting that heavy for you guys. Okay, yeah, heroine. Okay, hero is what we have. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. That's exactly what I was saying for you guys. Okay, that's exactly what I was saying, is that you guys have the ability to be able to help people understand and see the bright side of situations. Okay, you could possibly be a self-love coach or something along that line. Okay, I'm really getting that for you guys. Heavy, I was picking that up. It's almost like you're able to help people get through the most difficult times, right? There you are climbing the mountain there with them, and that's the energy that I get for you if you chose deck number 2. Okay, what else do we have for deck number 2? Yeah, you guys are the healers. You're the ones. And it comes from your experience. It comes from where you've been in life, what you've encountered, what you've come across so far. That's how you're able to help others. Very beautiful. Okay, do we have any advice for deck number 2? It's interesting though, because you guys are the healers, but out of the 3 cards that I chose for the decks, this is the darkest one. So, but you guys are clearly showing up here as the healer, as the one who's able to climb any mountain to help others. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, you guys have a mountain reference again. It's really, really interesting here. Okay, so we have great awakening, walk in your truth, stand firm in your light. How can you trust yourself more? Okay, so that's what we have for you, deck number 2. Spirit is saying that trust that you can do this. Trust that you know enough. Trust that you've learned enough. Trust that you're prepared, that you're intelligent enough. Okay, some of you, I'm getting the energy of who would listen to me. Like, what advice do I have to to give anyone? I barely made it through. That's why. That's why. That's what allows you to be able to climb these mountains here. Okay, you've been through more than enough. You've walked the walk. You've done all of that. You are very well equipped, deck number 2, to do this. You know, to help those, to guide those. Definitely, for sure, for sure. Oh, I love that. I love that very much. Let's see what else we have for you guys. Deck number 2, what do we have for deck number 2? What is their calling? What is their purpose? Yeah, you're someone that people shares their secrets with. Like, you're someone that people trust. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys got ray of light. Ray of light. That is exactly what you are, okay? This is you. This is what I've been saying, deck number 2, okay? You guys are the ones who have been through it. You are the ones that people can see in a very dark period, okay? You're the one that people look up to, all right? A mentor. You're someone that people know that they can get sound advice from. Okay, they know that they can rely on you. They know that they can trust you. Okay, and another thing that makes you so powerful is just the way that people don't see you coming. You're like an average Joe Smo. So when you start talking, when you start saying these things, it shocks people because they're like, "What? This is the smartest person in the room, and you wouldn't even know it. This is the wisest person in the room." But people overlook you. Okay, so this is very, very beautiful, very powerful. Wow, we can't make this up, you guys. Beautiful message. I'm loving it. I am loving this. Yes, good for you, deck number 2. Thank you so much for checking out this reading. I'm so excited for you guys. Thumbs up the video and subscribe. It really helps. Let's big up the channel. Until next time, I will catch you on my next one. Peace. Okay, deck number 3, you chose gold. Very, very beautiful. Of course, we all love gold. All right. One thing about it is that I feel the energy of like you being very valuable, very precious. You could be like an only child, okay, or maybe the only one in your family to go to college or graduate high school. It's something along that line for you, deck number 3. I'm also picking up that people see you and they're like, something's different about you. You're different, okay? So people tend to recognize your value almost immediately when they meet you, okay? So it's going to be interesting to see what Spirit brings forward for you. Let's look here in the tarot and see what we have for deck number 3. They chose gold, okay? What do we have for deck number 3 in regards to their life purpose, any guidance on their journey? What do we have? Deck number 3. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we have the Star card. All right, and we also have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, deck number 3, is that something in your life is about to take off really quickly. Okay, it's gonna seem as if you went from just having this regular mundane life to all of a sudden you're that person. You're the one that people are seeking out, is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm also getting that it is tied to possibly some sort of relationship that you're involved in that makes you feel exhausted, but also what you may not be noticing is that it's pulling you further away from your highest self. Okay, so what I'm getting here for you, deck number 3, is the longer that you stay tied into this relationship and you're undervalued, the harder it's going to be for you to decide and make a statement to the universe on what you want in this life. Okay, and Spirit is waiting for you to do that, is what I'm getting. So let's see what we have here for deck number 3. There's something here about you being undervalued. Okay, and then it's almost like this situation has you so exhausted that you never are able to spend any time working on your skills. Okay, so you have alchemist, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about. And keep in mind, we have golden and gold showing up here in your reading. So you are someone who is very, very, very valuable to the collective, is what I'm getting for you, deck number 3. You're someone who has a lot of power, a lot of ability. It's almost like when you say things, when you speak things, they come to pass, is what I'm getting. Okay. I'm also realizing on the flip side of that, whenever you start to think negative, it's almost like everything in your experience turns to shit. Okay, so just be careful about that, because if you're not understanding your power quite yet, then you can be causing all of these horrible things to happen to yourself just from thinking all these negative thoughts, right? The worst case scenario. But what I am getting here is that there's a situation that you need to remove yourself from that's going to open up the gates for all of this to flood in. I feel inclined to get one more here for you, deck number 3. But yes, I'm getting that heavy. It's like you don't have any time to invest in your passion, what drives you. You don't have any time because your energy is really being sucked up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have this. Really, really crazy. And this also, you may have resonated with deck number 1 also. Okay, so what you have here is a situation where it's blank. It's a blank canvas. Again, it's almost like Spirit is waiting on you to decide what's what before anything comes in. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you are passionate about? Where do you want this energy to go? All right. But a lot of that is going to come in for you the moment that you decide that you want to do something different with your energy. Okay. Because right now, it feels like a lot of wasted energy to where you're exhausted most of the time. Okay. What else? Do we have any advice for deck number 3? Very valuable here. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Yeah. Okay. All right, we have rise above it. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? You guys, I cannot make this up, okay? I was just saying that until you detach from whatever it is that you're associated with right now, deck number 3, unfortunately, the energy doesn't know where to go or what to do. It's consumed in this space, okay? So there needs to be some sort of detachment here in order to open up these gates, okay? That's what Spirit is saying. That's exactly what I was speaking about, is exactly what's on the card here, okay? Can you guys see that? How can you detach from the drama? So it really is imperative that you decide to do something different with your energy, because it is very much having a bearing on your future, is what I'm getting for you, deck number 3. Okay, so let's see what else can we get here. Wow, this has been such a powerful reading, not just for your group, but all of the groups. Very, very powerful. What do we have for deck number 3, Spirit? Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you for the clarity. Okay. Yeah, big time. But that's you. You are the alchemist. I mean, you have so much energy that it's unbelievable. You have so much energy and it's just being spent on the nonsense, you know. So we have owl. Yeah, exactly. And we have owl here on the card. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Okay. So you are so wise. All right. You have been through several lifetimes that have allowed you to acquire so much knowledge, so much information. Right. So what I want to be able to do is continue to encourage you to focus on these things that are making you smarter, these things that are, you know, helping you break out of your shell, because you are a teacher. Okay. You are someone who is looked to for information or for advice, right? But most of all, you're someone who is able to hold a lot of energy, which makes you very powerful. Okay. But when you are using that energy for the wrong things, unfortunately, on the other end of that is, you know, this energy can be used for, you know, horrible things, even if it's just arguing, or even if it's just, you know, working jobs that don't fulfill us. Whatever it is, several things are draining our energy day in and day out. So even though you hold a lot of energy, when you're depleted, deck number 3. You need a jump start. You need 2 gallons of gas to get you back going. So whatever this relationship is, it has you in that space. Okay, very, very powerful. You are extremely wise. Wow. This is a super powerful reading. Okay, if you chose deck number 3, this is your reading. Thank you so much. And I have to say, you could be a Leo also. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thumbs up, you guys. Subscribe. Please do so. I am in the process of growing this channel, and I would appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you on my next one. Peace.